Hello, this instructional video will show you how to complete Lesson 4, Presentation 5. First thing that you would like to do is go to your course website and look under course textbook and download PowerPoint Lesson 4. Pages 71 through 73. Once that finishes downloading, go ahead and open it. However, if you happen to be in the classroom, feel free to grab a textbook off the class table. If you scroll down to page 73, you will see the directions. There are only 6. Before you get started, you will need to open 2 things. You will need to open something called Master Plan Notes, which is a Word document, and Master Plan, which is a PowerPoint presentation. To obtain these documents, you will need to go back to your Google Classroom where it says Lesson 4, Presentation 5, and you click. You will notice that both of these files exist here. So let's go ahead and click on the DLCX, which is the Word document, and the PPTX, which is the PowerPoint document. So we'll start with the Word document, and you'll just download that one. You'll go back to your Google Classroom and you'll download the PowerPoint. And then you will open the Word document, enable your editing, and notice these are the rough notes for the master plan. And then you would go back to your download and open up the PowerPoint, enable the editing. Notice it is a 5-slide presentation, and we can go back to our directions. You can now close the preview of both of these files. The next direction says review the rough notes for each slide, edit, correct errors, and add notes to the slides using complete sentences and 14-point font. So let's look at the rough. Okay, so currently they're not in complete sentences, and we also need to change the font to 14. So let's change the font to 14 first. And let me show you a quick little trick that I think that you will love. Once I've changed these to 14, as you can see here, I can select this, go up on my toolbar, and click on something called the Format Painter. If I click that with this selected, I can now turn my cursor into a little paintbrush, and then I can paint over whatever it is that I want to copy. So I had this selected, so it copied that format. Now notice once I painted it, it turned off. If you want to leave the painter on, you just double click it and it stays on as you paint everything else, and then you can turn it off when you're finished. Now if I had to correct this slide, I might say something like, this presentation contains proprietary data. Do not release any of the appraisal data to anyone outside of the organization. And then I have a complete sentence. For the second slide, no decisions made development or disposition coastal prop. Okay, so I might want to change that to decision has not yet been made on the development or disposition of the coastal properties. Slide 3 says definite decision made, develop Wheeler, dispose Blossom. That could say definite decisions have been made to develop the Wheeler tract and to dispose of the Blossom tract. The fourth slide, hide slide if outside org and audience, add more information from slide 1. So of course you would need to look at the slides to see what information is on them. Okay, and you might want to say something like let's say hide this slide if anyone outside of the organization is in the audience, do not release appraisal data to anyone outside of the organization. Packet for slide 5, packets contain plan by zoning only bids that meet strict specs expected. Call for added info. Okay, we should fix that. It should probably say something more like the information packets contain land plans that have been approved by zoning. Only bids that meet the strict specifications will be accepted. Call for additional information. Complete sentences. And 14-point font. We can now go back to our directions. Direction 2 says apply Oriole theme and uncover from right transition 2-minute duration to all slides. Okay, so we'll go to the PowerPoint presentation and we will first add, let's switch over to view and notes page, and we can take these notes that we will copy and make sure that is 14 points. Slide 2. And we go to slide 2. Points. Slide 3. Slide 4. 14. And slide 5. Alright, and we'll paste that information for the last slide. Change the font size to 14 points. Alright, if we go back to our directions, you will see direction 2 says apply Oriole theme, and then uncover from right transition, and then 2-minute duration to all the slides. So let's go ahead and put that information on. So we can go back up to the top. Don't forget to put your name on the slide. And we're going to go to Design, Themes, More, and we'll look for Oriole. It's right there. Okay, we have the Oriole theme, and now we're going to uncover from right transition. So we're going to go to our transitions, and we're going to uncover from right. Change this time to 2 minutes, and then apply it to all. Direction number 3 says animate slides 2 and 3 using wipe from left by paragraph. So we'll go to slide 2 first, and we're going to animate. Click inside the text box. We're going to wipe the effect from the left and by paragraph. Do the same to slide 3. Wipe from left by paragraph. The 4th direction says convert slide 4 to vertical box list smart art and move after slide 5. Animate using wipe from bottom 1 by 1. Okay, so we'll go to slide 4, and they want us to convert it to a vertical box list smart art. Smart art can be found. You can go back to your go home, and we'll click on slide 4 inside the box, convert to smart art, and more smart art graphics. And this is actually a list, hence the name vertical box list smart art. And I believe it is this one here, vertical box list. So we click on that, hit OK, and then it says move after slide 5. So we're going to drag 4 to the bottom, let it go. So now it is slide 5. Animate using wipe from bottom 1 by 1. So we click in here, and we're going to go to animate. We're going to wipe the effect from bottom, and then 1 by 1. And then it actually gives you a preview how it's going to come in when you actually give your presentation. Direction number 5 says print notes page and handouts 3 per page. Okay, so we're actually not going to print it, but let me show you how it would look if you did. So the first thing, if you were going to print your notes pages, you would go to File and Print, or you can just press Control P, and then you would print your notes pages, and it gives you a preview of what those pages look like, and you can actually go through here and see how each one would look before you actually print it. So then you would hit print, but don't hit print because we're paperless. And if you would need to print 3 slides per page for your audience, you go here and 3 slides per page, and that's really nice because it gives your audience an option to follow along with your slides, as well as space for notes. And as you see in the directions, that's it. So you would just save this again under the same name and close it. So I'm just going to hit the escape key because I'm not going to print it. We're going to save all those changes that we made, and I'm going to close that. I'm going to return to my Google Classroom, and I'm going to add this document, upload the file from my computer, and in fact I didn't save it. Let me fix that. I actually saved over, let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to save it as my course period, PP4 PRES5, place it in my documents. Then I can close that. I can return to my Google Classroom, and I can select it from my computer, upload the file, and once it's finished uploading, here I can turn it in. If you have any notes to leave for Mr. Williams, you would type them here and turn it in. And that's it. Those are the directions for completing Lesson 4 Presentation 5.